instead of introductions, they throw rocks. So it balances out. That I do have the opportunity to speak with you. One of the first speeches I gave, it may even have been the first speech, as Secretary of the Treasury.
Isn't part of the problem
How
with
do you always get to the front of the line?
my size? Do you think that part of the problem?
My sense is that there is a great feeling of commitment in the G7 for reconstruction in the Balkans once that can begin. But that's going to take a needs assessment, which the EU and the World Bank, I think particularly the World Bank, will need to do. And then it will take a very substantial amount of effort to think through what strategically makes sense. And then, of course, it will take substantial resources. My feeling is that there's a very large sense of commitment. Whether that sense of commitment will translate it into the requisite resources, time will tell.
Well, thank you very much, Phil and Jim and Henry. And let me start by... And what you have to do is to ensure that you can get support and interest for 5 or 10 years. And my experience is that while it's in the headlines, you've got a chance of convincing Congresses around the world to give some help. But the longer it goes on, the more diminishing is likely to be the support, because there are new headlines that require funding. In the case of Yugoslavia, there are some difficulties because Yugoslavia still owes us $1.5 billion from last time. That creates a little difficulty for whatever government there is in Yugoslavia, a predictable difficulty, because they will ask, why should we pay back the money for the last time for the bridges and the roads that you built when you've just beaten them up? And somehow, somewhere, we're going to have to find a solution to that, or an answer to that question. I will be going this weekend to meet with the G7. You have to get things up and running, and it's unlikely in a difficult political environment that you're going to be able to get private sector to come in and take some of those early risks until they know that the political climate is likely to be stable. A personal note.